ideas. A person from your childhood might appear in a completely unfamiliar location. A conversation you had yesterday might be mixed with something that happened 10 years ago, and that's where dreams become particularly interesting. Could dreaming help us solve problems? There are many stories of people who believe that an idea came to them during sleep. One famous example is the chemist Friedrich August Kekule, who reportedly described a dream involving a snake biting its own tail that inspired his thinking about the ring structure of benzene. Sometimes, stepping away from a problem allows the brain to process it differently. Then you sleep, and when you wake up, the solution suddenly seems obvious. Scientists continue to investigate how sleep contributes to creativity and problem solving. It may be that sleep allows the brain to make unusual connections between pieces of information that were not obviously connected while we were awake. There is another interesting feature of dreams. They can be intensely emotional. Have you ever woken from a dream and felt genuinely relieved that something didn't actually happen? Perhaps you dreamed that you lost something important. Maybe you were arguing with someone you care about. For a few moments after waking, the emotional reaction can feel completely real. Then you slowly realize that it was only a dream. This tells us something important about how the brain constructs experiences. Emotions don't necessarily require an external event. That's why a frightening dream can cause your heart to race. Even though you are physically safe in bed, your brain has created a simulated experience, and your body responds to that experience. In some ways, a dream is like a virtual reality system created entirely inside your head. There is no headset, there is no screen, there are no controllers. Your brain generates the environment, the characters, the sounds, and the emotions, and for a short period of time, you experience that artificial world as if it were real. But why do we forget so many dreams? This is another mystery. Most people dream multiple times during the night, but they remember only a small portion of those dreams. One reason may involve changes in brain activity during different stages of sleep. Another possibility is that dreams are simply not stored in memory in the same way as waking experiences. The moment you wake up, new information begins competing with the dream. You think about the time, you check your phone, you hear a sound, you start thinking about work, you remember that you have somewhere to go, and suddenly the dream is gone. This is why people who want to remember their dreams often keep a notebook beside their bed. The idea is simple. Even a few words can help. Over time, some people find that they become better at remembering their dreams. There are also people who experience something called lucid dreaming. A lucid dream is a dream in which the person becomes aware that they are dreaming while the dream is still happening. I'm dreaming. For some people, that realization can change the experience. They may be able to influence parts of the dream. They might decide where to go, interact with dream characters, or deliberately change the environment. Lucid dreaming has attracted considerable scientific interest because it provides an unusual opportunity. A person can be consciously aware while still dreaming. Researchers have studied lucid dreamers during sleep using brain monitoring and other techniques. The results suggest that certain forms of conscious awareness